Good morning. I tell you guys I was going to do the squash. The squash is mostly prepped. Okay. This is the squash here. These are the scraps. I always peel mine. I don't like, my mother never did it like that. She peeled hers too. And I like it that way. I've had it all kinds of ways, but I like it that way. So in the meantime, I said I saved the zucchini one. Since it was so big, I had to cut it in half. So I'm just like cutting it like you would do fried white potatoes. And we get ready to put her in the pan. And it doesn't take long after that. A little salt and pepper. I always sprinkle a little bit of sugar. And I let it do its own thing because it steams itself, basically. You know, you're cooking it like fried white potatoes. And I treat it like that. So, but this is what I grew up on. My mother always peeled hers and cut hers like potatoes. And I do the same. And my kids love it. My grandkids love it. Any vegetable I cook, my family will mostly eat with no complaints. I have a half an onion here because I used part of it yesterday. And I'm going to go ahead and dice her up so she'll be in there. And then I'll throw this in the pan. And pretty much, we're done. Like, it's a peel, it's a dice. Some people like it cubed. I like mine like potatoes. My other half of my onion. Get her in there. And I'll show you what's going on in the pan. But the pan is over there getting ready. And this burner just burns, man. She don't take no prisoners. She'll be burning when you don't want her to be burning. And cleanup's not that bad. I mean, it's a lot of peels, but it's not that bad. Calm down. So, and trash has to go out tomorrow night. Well, Thursday night. So, perfect. I'm getting all this stuff out of the way. The watermelon. Oh, because I peels mine and put her in containers. And I'm down to one bowl now. That's how much watermelon I've been eating. Still got 3 beautiful tomatoes left. And I can eat them pretty much by themselves. But that's the clean up. Boom. Trash. And because I already rinsed them, I don't have to do anything else to that. So they'll be ready for this good pan when I get ready to dump them in there. I'm going to do a little salt and pepper on it. Lower my heat. And she's in the pan, guys. See? You see that? Watch what happens. Like potatoes. And because I'm going to have to layer them, I'm going to go ahead and give it a little dose of this and that. A little bit. I don't like a lot of salt, so. I want me a new salt and pepper shaker. I want the grinder. I had one and I don't know. I think it just stopped working. So then, hold on. So yeah, I sprinkled just a little bit of sugar. That's over on my coffee bar station. But I sprinkled just a little bit of sugar. And then do it all over again. Because it's going to steam down. You'll be surprised all this. You won't even realize you'll be wanting to add more. It cooks down enough and like in this steaming process. So, gonna let her do her thing. Get her all in the pan. Get her all in the pan. do, once she's steamed down, I'll be able to move her around. I'm just going to let her do her own thing right now. And I'm not even going to add more salt because I'm not a salt person. And now I throw her on low and let her, she's going to steam more than fry. No, it's frying involved, but it's more the steaming because the shrimp, the squash has so much liquid in it. So that's why I went on and I always rinse off all my produce. But yeah, just let her do her thing. I'll come back to it. And when she gets to cooking down just a little bit, I'll toss her around in the pan, keep the lid on her, and let her do like 10 more minutes. It shouldn't take you more than 30 minutes to cook squash. Any longer, you've pretty much overcooked it. So you saw that process. I hope you guys was a little impressed. I kept out the peeling part because it's self-explanatory. Some people keep the skin on or take away the blemishes and still keep the skin on. I don't like that. And so my mom did it this way. We peeled ours and we cooked it down like we just showed you. And that's just the way I learned. And so we enjoyed some Saturday because I cooked the squash down my brother's house. And his wife loved it. And he eats anything, so my brother loved it. And he liked the fact that I was in the kitchen because, you get tired of your own cooking sometimes. She did the pork chops, I did the squash. Then we had pineapples, we had strawberries. It was just a good day. Macaroni and cheese, too. And I had very little of that because of the carbs. But I ate more of that than mac and cheese. And then I bought some home, and I ate it Sunday night. So I finished off what I made down there, and now I'm cooking what I bought home so it don't go bad. And that's just the way I think. Like, I'll probably put this in freezer bags for when I want squash to go with another meal. So I'm so glad you guys came along. I know I kept leading you on, but I've been busy all weekend. I sold at Barn Doors Saturday. I wish I had filmed it. Me and Jenna spent 20 minutes trying to get that table strapped in her car. I wish I had filmed most of it. But I enjoyed meeting her. She's a beautiful young lady. She was so happy. She texted me when she got home of a picture of her in her driveway where she lives at. Said, I made it home. I said, so did I. So we're going to stay in communication because she's going to show me what her little table is going to look like with her 2 wicker chairs she already owns. She said when it popped up, she was like, sold. That lady has my table. I'm going to get it. And so we met halfway, and that was nice. And I got to meet somebody new. I sell furniture that I revamp. Like, I'll take something and do what I got to do to it, sand it, clean it up, prime it, paint it, put new hardware on it sometimes. My first sale was in Stevensville, and I sold my first dresser. And the lady loved it and said, I'm putting this in my master bedroom. And that got me falling in love with what I already had a passion for, which was redoing furniture. So that's, I wish I had filmed it. I took pictures of it. I didn't know I would ever get to wanting to be on a YouTube channel. And I started watching everybody else's videos, and I'm like, well, dang, I got my own. Like, I've changed out receptacles. I've done this. I've done that. I'm getting ready to play with drywall. Like, I don't know where I'm going with my home, but I know some of the things I can do. Like, I tore my kitchen apart, and then I paid someone to put it to me back together because I didn't know how to do that. I knew how to take it apart, but I didn't know how to put it back together. So thank you, guys. Let me show you what's going on over here. See what's going on. I got you on the charger. So let's see. See how she's steaming up right there? Look at that. If you could hear the sound coming out of there. And once I toss her around a little bit, all those flavors should mesh together. I may use what I call my special blend. And this has about 7 different spices in it. So that's why I don't need salt. This says one thing, but all other 7 ingredients is in here. And that's what I use for all my meat. All my meat. I season everything with that unless I'm doing something special. And then I may use a different, like, poultry seasoner sage or something for chicken and stuff like that. But that's an add to. So, but yeah, you guys see my little domain, my kitchen. I love it. I want me a stainless steel stove to go with that, and I want the over the hood vent. I got this because the one that was here didn't work, so I put this one here for temporary. I could always paint it stainless steel and be okay, but I want a microwave. My microwave died, and I want a new one, so if I'm going to get a new one, I want the over the hood. But that's what's going on in the pan, guys. You hear it? You see it? So just know how you cook fried white potatoes. It's almost the same concept. That's what I would call it. Same concept. Hold on. Let me see if I can move them around a little bit just to show you what I'm talking about. Picking my daughter up at 11. She's coming in from Iowa. So she caught the shuttle. And she's not going to be far away from me, so I can pick her up. Ooh, I like that brown on the onions. Oh, my goodness. The brown onions. Oh, go ahead, girl. See, I'm right-handed. I'm holding the tripod. I'm trying to show you guys what I'm talking about. It's just a process. Look how much juice is in there, and I didn't add nothing. They were dry when I put them in there. Sometimes I get to a point and I drain the juice off because I don't like all that. I just want them flavorful enough. Like, they're almost done. And this is on a low temp. This stove gets on my nerves because she makes me cook food faster. Maybe because I had raggedy stoves before this one. But you see it? It's breaking down. It's cooking itself down. In about 10 more minutes, basically, I can turn her off. And that's just how fast you cook squash. That's how easy it is to cook squash. It's easier than fried white potatoes. So see all that juice? I'll pour half of that off when I'm pretty much done. And still leave juice in there. And because I layered the seasoning, it's throughout. So she's almost done. She's pretty much done. If I wanted to, I could leave her at this point. Because if I freeze her, then all I gotta do is reheat it. So that's how easy it is to cook squash, guys. Thank you for joining me today. I'm glad you showed up, and hopefully you liked what I did. But that's the way my mama cooked it. So cook a lot of meals the way my mama cooked it. But thank you. And you see a little bit of my house in the background. Thank you. So have a good day. I will talk at you guys later. Enjoy. Bye.